Hello students, very good morning. We are learning the chapter microorganisms, friend and foe. So in the previous class we are discussing about the useful bacteria, right? In that till vaccines we have studied. There are two more uses of microorganisms. One is increasing the soil fertility. Some of the bacteria are able to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere to enrich the soil with nitrogen. Okay, so you know that plants directly cannot absorb the atmospheric nitrogen. Only through this bacteria which is present in the soil, it is able to absorb the nitrogen. And by utilizing that nitrogen, it will increase the soil fertility. These microbes are commonly called as biological nitrogen fixers. Biological nitrogen fixers. Since these are fixing this atmospheric nitrogen, they are called as biological nitrogen fixers. So this is a nostoc. The name of the microorganism is nostoc. It is present in a paddy fields. ಪ್ಯಾಡಿ ಭತ್ತದ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಭತ್ತದ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ನಾಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರಿಕ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್. ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ next use of these microorganisms is cleaning the environment. So students, you know that vegetable waste and animal waste are organic, right? So this is decomposed by a bacteria and fungi which is present in the soil. After a plant dead or animal dead, so it has to be converted into manure or even plant waste. Plant waste has been converted into manure by the action of microbes. The nutrients which is released in this process can be used by the plants again. So did you ever notice that the polythene bags or empty glasses, bottles and broken toy parts did not undergo any changes because they are not decomposed by a bacteria. The microbe could not act on these polythene bags or glasses, bottles, and it cannot convert them into manure. Only plant or animal waste can be decomposed into manure. Often see large amounts of dead organic matter in the form of decaying plants and sometimes dead animals on the ground. So you find that they disappear after some times. Is it right? Yes, this is because the microorganisms decompose dead organic waste of plants and animals and converting them into simple substances. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರ, ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಾಯಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸೊ ಬೈ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸಮ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಸೊ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಳ್ತಿರೋಂಥ ವಾಸನೆ ಬರ್ತಿರತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಂಗೈ ಆರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ and it will decompose into simple substances. So these simple substances are again used by other plants and animals. Thus, these microorganisms can be used to degrade the harmful and smelly substances, right? So like dead animals, and thereby clean up the environment. So these microorganisms clean up the environment by decomposition, including plant waste and animal waste. So these are the some of the uses of microorganisms. We'll learn about harmful microorganisms. So microorganisms are harmful in many ways. Some of the microorganisms cause diseases in human beings, plants and animals. Such disease causing microorganisms are called as pathogens. They are called as pathogens. Some microorganisms spoil the food and even the clothing and the leather items. It will also harm that. Okay, let us study more about these harmful activities. So first one is disease causing microorganisms in humans. What are the different kinds of diseases which is caused by microorganisms? Pathogens which enter our body through the air we breathe, the water we drink or the food we eat. They can also get transmitted by direct contact with an infected person. We can directly get it from the infected person, which is carrying the the microbes, and even it is carried by an animals. So these microbial diseases that can spread from one infected person to healthy person. He is a infected person, is the healthy person. So he has a tuberculosis disease, TB. Okay, it is a TB disease or tuberculosis. It is a bacterial disease. So it is directly transmitted to the healthy person. The microbial diseases that can spread from an infected person to healthy person through air, water, food or physical contact, they are called as communicable diseases. Communicable means so when you infection ಇಂದ ಆಗೋದು ಅಂತ. So this is about communicable diseases. Examples such as cholera, common cold, chicken pox and tuberculosis. Even these are all the different kinds of communicable diseases. You might have experienced in the schools. Suppose if you get a common cold or if your friend get a common cold, means the next day the next day you will also get this normal cold. Why it is? Because when a person suffering from a common cold, he sneezes, right? When he sneezes, fine droplets of the moisture carrying thousands of viruses are spread in the air. The virus may enter the body of a healthy person while breathing and cause infection. So now ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ infected person sneeze ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, so the fine droplets which contain thousands of viruses or bacteria, when that air is breathed or when the air is intaken by any healthy person, so that bacteria maybe or virus enter the healthy person and it infect the disease or it will cause the disease. Then here Bojo is having some doubt. Then how do you prevent the spread of communicable diseases? How can we prevent it? So Paheli said the answer, that is, we should keep a handkerchief on the nose and mouth while sneezing. It is better to keep a distance from an infected person. Infected person ಇಂದ ತುಂಬಾ ದೂರ ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು. So best example you can give is corona. There are some insects and animals which acts as a carrier of diseases. Okay, which is carrier ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಈ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬ್ಸ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಕಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ ಸಚ್ ಆಸ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಫ್ಲೈ ಆರ್ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಸಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸೊಳ್ಳೆ ಕಚ್ಚಿದ್ರೆ ಡೆಂಗ್ಯೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್. Okay, so the flies sit on the garbage and animal excreta or even on the garbage. The pathogen stick to their bodies. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾಸ್ ವೈರಸಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಈ ಆಂಟೆನಸ್ ತರ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಲೆಗ್ಸ್ ತರ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಟು ದಟ್. when this fly sits on uncovered food, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಫುಡ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so they may be transfer the pathogen. Whoever eats the contaminated food, it is likely to get sick. So it is advisable that always keep food covered and avoid consuming uncovered items of food. Another example of a carrier is the female Anopheles mosquito. Female Anopheles mosquito which causes the parasite of malaria. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋವನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಕಾಸಸ್ ಎ ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ ಡಿಸೀಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಅನಾಫಿಲಸ್ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಗೋ ಅಂಡ್ sits on a healthy person, the plasmodium will transfer to the healthy person's body. So he will get malaria disease. Suppose another mosquito which sucks the blood from infected person, and if it go and sit on the healthy person, in that way this in this way the infection may transfer from one person to another person. So another example we can give female Aedes mosquito. Female Aedes mosquito acts as a carrier of dengue virus. Okay, ಈ ಡೆಂಗ್ಯೂ ವೈರಸ್ ನ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಒಂದೊಬ್ಬರಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. So how can we prevent or how can we control the spread of malaria or dengue? Students, you know that all the mosquitoes breed in water. Hence, one should not let water collect anywhere. ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ವಾಟರ್ನ ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ನೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಿಡಬಾರ್ದು. ನಿಂತಿರುವಂಥ ನೀರಲ್ಲೇ ಈ ಥರ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಆಲ್ ದ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋಸ್ ಬ್ರೀಡ್ ಇನ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎನಿವೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಕೂಲರ್, tires, flower pot, etc. By keeping the surroundings clean and dry, we can prevent mosquitoes from breeding. So ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಿರೋ ನೀರಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋಸ್ ಬ್ರೀಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So we can prevent it by keeping our surroundings clean and try to make your surroundings clean. At the table, students, human diseases, causative microorganism, mode of transmission and preventive measures. First, tuberculosis. It is caused by a bacteria and mode of transmission is air. Through air it is transferred. Next, measles. So measles, it is caused by virus and the mode of transmission air. Chickenpox. Chickenpox, it is virus. Amma hakodu antaralva adu. So it is transmitted through air or if an infected person came in contact with a healthy person. This polio. Polio, it is a virus. It is caused by, it is a mode of transmission is air or water. So how can we prevent these diseases? So keep the patient in complete isolation. Isolation means in a separate room. Keep the personal belongings of the patient away from those of the others. Okay, ಅವ್ರು ಏನಾದರೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರುವಂಥ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ನ, ಸೊ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಅವೇ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನೇಷನ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಗಿವನ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಸೂಟಬಲ್ ಏಜ್. when you're at below 5, so they'll give vaccines. Next, cholera. Cholera, it is caused by bacteria. Mode of transmission is food and water. Contaminated from food and water is the reason for this cholera. Next, typhoid. Typhoid, it is caused by bacteria and mode of transmission is water. So how can we prevent? So maintain personal hygiene and a good sanitary habits. Good sanitary habits means washing your hands or face and sanitizing yourself. And you should consume properly cooked food. So ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬೇಯಿಸಿರುವಂಥ ಫುಡ್ನ and boiled drinking water, and we have also this vaccination. Next is hepatitis A. Hepatitis is a disease caused by virus microorganism. The mode of transmission is water. And here you should drink boiled drinking water and vaccination. These are the preventive measures. Next, malaria. This malaria, it is caused by a protozoa, as I told, Plasmodium. So which is transmitted through mosquito, female Anopheles mosquito. So the preventive measures are use mosquito net and repellents, spray insecticides and control breeding of mosquitoes by not allowing water to collect in the surroundings. So ಅದೆಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳದೆ ಇರೋ ತರ, so we should maintain by using mosquito nets and repellents, even spraying insecticides. So these are the common diseases, microorganisms, mode of transmission and preventive measures. Some of the common diseases affecting humans, their mode of transmission and few general methods of prevention, it is shown here. So not only in humans, these microorganisms will cause disease in animals also. So disease causing microorganisms in animals. Several microorganisms not only cause diseases in humans and plants, also cause diseases in animals. For example, anthrax. Anthrax is a dangerous human and cattle disease caused by a bacterium. So here, foot and mouth disease of cattle is caused by a virus. Okay, foot and mouth disease is it caused by a caused virus, and anthrax it is a serious or a dangerous disease for humans and cattle. So here is some common plant diseases caused by microorganisms. Several microorganisms cause diseases in plants like wheat, rice, potato, sugarcane, orange, apple and other plants. The diseases reduces the yield of the crops. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಫಸಲ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಅದನ್ನ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. So most of you have seen the crops, right? So they can be controlled by using some chemicals. The diseases is, first one is plant disease, that is citrus canker. Citrus canker which is caused to lemon plant or citrus plants. The microorganism is bacteria. Okay, and the mode of transmission is air. Next is rust of wheat. Rust of wheat, it is caused by a fungi and the mode of transmission is air or seeds. Okay, next one is yellow vein mosaic of bindi. Bindi means lady's finger. Okay, so it is also caused by virus and the mode of transmission is through insects. So these are some of the common plant diseases caused by microorganisms. Students, I hope all of you have understood the topic. Thank you.